Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Matt Diazable, coming at you with another album review. If you're new, thank you for finding me and checking me out. If you're old, thanks for coming on back. You know the deal. Let's get into this review. Today, I'm reviewing the legendary hardcore band Terror with their latest album, Pain into Power. Yes, so I feel like I don't have to introduce this band a lot because if you are into hardcore or you check out my channel, you probably already know these guys. But if you don't, Terror is a hardcore band out from Los Angeles, California. They've been around since I think like 2002, 2003, and they are like the biggest hardcore band in the current age of hardcore. They've just been touring like crazy for years. They've been all over the world. Everyone knows them. They always headline every festival. They have the highest of energies, the most stage dives, the sickest of pits, everything you can imagine in a hardcore band. And it's like live performance. They are the model for it. They are the kings of it and everything. And this album came out in 2022. So I want to say probably by now they probably should have some new material written up. So I think it's a good time to do a review and everything. Plus, I'm going to see them again for like, probably at this point, maybe more. This is probably the 10th to 15th time in that range. I'm going to see these guys, and I'm always excited because I get to see them not like again, but also I get to see them in Japan. I love going to Japan for shows. They have great shows out there. So yeah, that's all I got right now. So let's get into the review. Quick and slow intro with some ringing out guitars and a drum roll that goes right into some good old-fashioned hardcore guitar riffing and some slamming drums. And then there's a nasty breakdown with, I think, Terror's probably best like call out and breakdown ever, because right before the breakdown he says Terror Crew 2022, and it just explodes into a nasty breakdown, and it just sounds really good. And I think this little song can just summarize that Terror is like the masters at crafting good hardcore songs. I didn't want to play this clip because this song is really, really popular, but because I think people who might not know Terror might get a good sense of who they are by hearing this breakdown and everything. So I'm going to play a clip of Pain into Power. Like, I feel bad playing it because it's a really popular song, but I just feel like I couldn't pass up on showing you a clip of it.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you and punctures. On this track are really good. They have a really good sound to it, and they're playing really fast and really tight. Best thing on this track, I think. And then also they give the bass a nice bass solo with some gang vocals that sound really, really good. The drums are banging really hard on this track, and they go really hard for about a minute straight on this song, and then they slow things down, and then they bring it back with the heaviness. So the overall song structure is really good, and I think it works really well because the guitar playing is really slick and smooth, so they can easily transition in and out of these slow and fast-paced moments. Build up at the beginning with the drums are really, really nice here, and then they go into some really ripping and groovy style guitars. The vocals are going really in. He's going really hard in terms of like his performance. Sounds really good. And then there's like a mid-song break with a bass and drum buildup. Sounds really good. I love that combination of bass and drum. Sounds good. The riffs on the breakdown sound really, really awesome. Add some flair to the breakdown, so it's not just a typical like hardcore breakdown. And also they have some backing vocals on top of the breakdown, so there's like layers to it and everything, which is really nice. So I want to play a clip of Boundless Contempt for you. That buildup is so nice. This one's a slower and shorter song, but it still has a lot of weight to it. The gang vocals make this song sound bigger and bolder than it should. Adds so much like oomphness to it, I could say. And I love the fast drumming at the beginning and the closing of this song. It makes the song feel really like I guess full circle and well balanced. The drum buildup at the beginning of the song sounds really good, and then it moves into like a really heavy breakdown. Sounds great, and also the cymbal splashes used here are really good. Um, as I was listening to the song, I felt like nothing feels fake or phoned in. I feel like these guys are still putting in like all their feelings, all their efforts into these songs. There's no like fakeness here, which is really good after a band doing a type of music for like 20 years. They're still not pulling their punches, which is great. The bass makes the guitar sound like bigger and bolder here on this track, especially with how in sync they are and everything, how the bass and guitar really complement each other. And towards the end of the song, it kind of has more of like a metal vibe than hardcore vibe, which is kind of interesting. The guitar playing here is really catchy and mesmerizing. I love the tuning on the guitars and everything. The drums sound really huge. And I love there's like a big two-step part at the back end of the song and everything. Feels like a really good fleshed out hardcore song. And the vocals sound raw as fuck. So I'm gonna play a clip of Can't Let It Go. Such a good transition. This song is incredibly heavy. At times, it can sound a bit sludgy in the guitar department and the drums, which, really surprising from Terror. But I think it's a welcome like variety that doesn't like go too far away from their original sound. It elevates everything in a great way. And Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse is a weird choice for a vocal feature, but it just sounds so good on this song. He fits so well, and the riffs, all of Corpse Grinder's parts sound really groovy. The guitars sound really good here. I guess the tuning, I want to say, sounds really raw, and I like that production here. And I like notice like it's really crazy how a band can sound this good so late in their career. So that's really awesome, and the fact that they can bring an ex-member in to inject some new and old flair to the songs and to the overall vibes, very impressive. And I want to say the ending breakdown of the song kind of reminds me of like something Twitching Tongues would do. The lyrics on this particular track really got to me because I was thinking like Terra can talk about the same thing a lot of the times over and over, which I think a lot of bands do that, but they do it in a way where like each time they do it, they have better lyrics. They can rework a lot of things, old topics, and bring them like to a new like perspective and everything. It all still seems pretty fresh, even though they're talking about a lot of the same things. It's not a slight against them. It's very impressive they can do that and still hold people's attention and whatnot. Scott's vocals sound really good and healthy here. Like he sounds full body here, and they have some of the biggest breakdowns on this song and everything. So great track. This is a much slower song in terms of their other songs on this album. They really slow it down, but it's real well worth it because the ending of this song has a really good groove to it and everything. But before all that, the bass sounds really good here. There's a smooth transition into like some floor punch slash like two-step style moshing, and overall, it's a well-crafted slow song for Terror, who's known for shorter and faster songs. So good job. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the latest Terror album, Pain into Power. Um, I can say that these guys are legends and veterans in the hardcore scene for a reason, because they can still put out great work this like late in their career. They're 20 plus years in, and they're still churning out bangers. They got great mosh calls. They've got great hooks, great breakdowns, good two steps, hard hitting riffs, slamming drums, smooth and buttery bass, harsh vocals that haven't really, if anything, aged and sound better than when he first started. Lyrics that are super relatable, great production and everything, great guest vocalists. They switch up their style and don't just do hardcore, they add elements of metal. and they can slow things down a little bit. You get like everything you want in a good hardcore album, and it's really short. There's no wasted time here. It's never really bloated. It's just to the point hardcore. You're in, you're out. You want to listen to the album again over and over because it's just so nicely made and everything. So, yeah, there's nothing I can say that's really bad about this album or anything. It's just really, really, really like fucking solid. So I want to say that this album from Terror, Pain into Power, is a good and solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, links down below. Check them out. If you see my channel, you probably already know about Terror. If not, check them out. You won't be disappointed. They have a great catalog of music. And if you get a chance, if they're in town, they're always touring. But if you see them in your town and you've never seen them, go see them. You're never going to be disappointed by them. So, yeah, I'm Matt from Diazwell. Thanks for coming on by. I'll see you later. Bye.